Thank you Marvel Snap for sponsoring this video. Oh boy, have I got an exciting video for you. It's a total tank simulator tournament. We are going to be fighting all of the tanks, all of the planes, and all of the infantry to see which of these 4 major World War II nations wins in each category. I hope that you're excited about this video because I am too. Now, if you're new to the channel, you're probably very confused. Subscribe to the channel and join my Discord. Otherwise, I will find you. Let's begin. Okay, the first battle will be finding out who has got the most powerful tank. The Germans have deployed the Panzer III. The Americans are using the M4 Sherman. The Soviets will be using the T-34. And finally, the British will be using the Matilda. Now, each of the 4 nations have deployed 60 tanks each, and they're all the basic medium tank available in that nation. So, let the tournament begin. This is going to get messy incredibly quickly, but yeah, I'll run through each of the vehicles here. So you can see, on this side of the map, the Germans are facing off against the Americans, and on the other side of the map, the Soviets are facing off against the British, and actually, the British appear to be doing terribly. The balance of power for each nation is at the top, and to make sure this tournament is as consistent as possible, each nation will spawn in the same location every single time. Okay, boys, let's see what the Matildas can do. I'm not gonna lie, it's not looking good. The Soviets are actually winning, but if you look at the balance of power on the other side of the map, the Germans and the Americans seem to be really well balanced. And actually, this view here is gonna give us a brilliant understanding. It looks like the Americans are trying to flank the Germans, but the British have more or less been completely destroyed by the Soviets. The balance of power is looking like, well, it's looking like the Soviets are gonna win, because look, the entire forest is just littered with the corpses of Matildas. Look at this. I mean, the T-34 is literally running away with it. But how well is it going to stand up against the Panzer III and the M4 Sherman? Oh, okay, let's get a little bird's eye view here of the battlefield. I suspect that the Germans have defeated the Americans. And yeah, if we look at the balance of power, in fact, actually, there's only 1 American tank left. The M4 Sherman down here. He's got no health. How's he not dead? Okay, there we go. Believe it or not, the British outlasted the Americans. And actually, the Panzer IIIs, look at this right down next to me here. They're beginning to make a comeback. I'll tell you what, the Panzer III does just seem to be the superior tank in Total Tank Simulator. There's a handful of T-34s over there, but again, they are just falling apart to the Panzer IIIs. This might... Was that the final unit? No, there's another unit left, but there are 4 German Panzer IIIs remaining on the battlefield. Yes, and this is the final showdown. Look at this. Also, can we just take a second to appreciate the absolute devastation of the battlefield? So, the Germans managed to scrape the victory with their Panzer III, meaning they get 1 point on the leaderboard. Snap. Marvel Snap is the sponsor of today's video, created with fans in mind and developed by Ben Brode's new company, Second Dinner. Marvel Snap is a new free-to-play collectible card game where you can build decks from your favorite characters in the MCU. Now, battles take place over 6 turns, and in every new round you get more and more energy, allowing you to deploy more cards to the board. The objective of the game is to capture 2 of the 3 location cards in the center of the board. And because both opponents take their turn at the exact same time, it results in some really fast-paced gameplay. And if you're feeling extra brave, you can snap, instantly doubling the amount of cosmic cubes at stake. Maybe you're doubling down on a strong hand, or you might be bluffing a weaker one. Is it a risk you're willing to take? Now, the best bit is, Marvel Snap is not pay to win. You have to earn the cards in your deck, and any card upgrades are cosmetic, which by the way is still worth it because look how amazing these variants look. Marvel Snap has already launched on the Steam store and mobile, and because your account with all of its details carry over between platforms, why not get both? Check out the link in the description and the pinned comment to download and play Marvel Snap. For the next battle in this tournament, we have got the Battle of the Aircraft. The Germans are deploying the FW-119 1990, the Americans have deployed the Lightning, the Soviets have gone for the LA-7, and the Brits are using the Supermarine Spitfire. To make sure this battle is balanced, all of these are the upgraded fighters for each nation. Okay, here we go. This is going to be an absolute nightmare to commentate. Oh my god, it's going to be a short battle. Look at the balance of power at the top. Ah! How many planes just died? This battle's lasted 16 seconds. Wow. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure I'm gonna get any content out of this. The Americans are losing. The Soviets are... The Germans and the British are actually neck and neck here, though. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a close-up on the action here. Oh my god, I think the Soviets just lost their last plane, and the Americans too. It's just down to the Germans and the British. I was gonna try and use this view to help us figure it out, but it doesn't work. Oh my god, the Germans have bagged another, haven't they? I don't believe it. This is the final Supermarine Spitfire. Let's see what he can do against... What is that? Is he against... How many planes is he against? Oh my god, what is he doing? You absolute maniac. He is, well, he's not got long to live, let's be honest. Rip that guy. Okay, the Germans have bagged another victory. That was the battle the British should have won. If the Germans get another victory, they're guaranteed to win the faction tournament. So hopefully the next battle is a, like an actual contest and not just a complete slaughter. Okay, the last battle was, well, it was absolute chaos. So this time we're going to take it easy with a paratrooper battle. The Germans have 5 Me-232s. Wait, Me-323s. The Americans have got 5 Dakotas. The British will be using 5 Horsas. And the Soviets will be deploying 5 of these absolute monstrosities. All 5 nations will para-drop into the center, and the last surviving nation gets a point on the leaderboard. Okay, let's see where the paratroopers actually land. So far, I don't think anyone is actually deployed. For some... Okay, nobody's jumping out. Okay, here we go. We got a couple of... Oh my god, they almost didn't pull their chutes. Okay, I think the majority of the paratroopers have landed, but let's see where they actually are. This is going to be an incredibly good way of figuring out who is where. Okay, so the British are down here, although there's some Germans next to them. Looking at the balance of power, the British actually are winning, but at this point in the battle, literally anything can happen. Okay, looking at this view, things are... Well, actually, I'll tell you what, the reason why the British might be winning is because if you look down here, the Americans, the Germans, and the Soviets are all bunched up. But the British firepower is quite concentrated at the back, and also they've taken the church. Go on, boys. Yeah, there's a lot of them there. That means one grenade could kill pretty much everyone. It seems to me like each of the nations, they're kind of bunching together into big squads here, and anyone left on their own is getting picked off. I mean, look at this guy here. He is literally all alone. Let's take a look at the other side of the map, and also let's go into this view here. Okay, yeah, look at this. This is where the majority of the action is happening down here, and the other side of the battle just seems like a British safe zone. This is a Soviet-held building, but it's about to be contested by the British. Yeah, this is where it's all happening, boys. It's all revolving around these 2 houses. Hold on a second. What's he doing? He's running in, shooting one shot with an SMG, and then turning around. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately for him, the Fallschirmjäger are moving in, and they're moving in together. Oh my god, I've just realized they're literally in hot pursuit. Look at that American running for his life. I'll tell you what, he's actually doing a good job. Okay, it's time for another overview of the battlefield. Let's see what we've got. It looks like the British are losing this, but they seem to be winning on the balance of power, so maybe they're all really concentrated in one position. I found where they're all concentrated. Yeah, wait, hold on. Is it literally just this one American soldier left? Yeah, that's it. Literally, look at that. Okay, so there's 1 German and 1 American, and then after that, it's basically just a battle between the SAS and the Soviets. Are the Soviets like actual stormtroopers? How are they not able to kill this guy? This isn't paused, to be clear. I think they've come to an agreement. Right, now, finally, this... Okay, well that... And now the Soviets are gonna go challenge the SAS on the top of the hill. Oh, the SAS are here, boys. That's 1 Soviet down. Oh, also the Germans decided to join the battle. And he's immediately killed. Okay, let's see how this Soviet soldier does against the SAS, boys. What is this battle? Oh my god, he got one. Okay, there we go. The SAS is victorious. Wait, there's still more units? Of course that's what's happening. And the SAS, the elite soldiers that they are, they're all just unlocked. Boys, please, can you kill him? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to intervene to end this battle. And if you have any complaints about that, I'd just like you to know that I don't care. Obviously, the British have won this, and it's been 25 minutes already. And frankly, I just want to end the battle. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to break the roof a little bit. Yeah, I forgot that grenades, yeah, they don't really do a little bit of damage in Total Tank Simulator. But ladies and gentlemen, that is a victory to the British, giving them 1 point on the leaderboard. Now, does this next battle really need introducing? Each of the nations have got 6 barracks, and they will all be spawning the exact same units. This is going to be an incredibly messy battle, but whoever comes out on top will get another point on the leaderboard. Now, I'm not sure how quickly the barracks are actually going to get destroyed by each other. I'm hoping that it's going to allow us to get a little bit of content, unlike the plane battle. Oh, I'll tell you what, they do get destroyed pretty quickly. Yes, a great way to figure out which one's been destroyed and which one hasn't is actually the flags on the top of the poles will disappear when the building has been entirely destroyed. Now, I'd love to be able to use this kind of filter to show you the battle in a little bit more detail, but frankly, look at the state of all the skulls on there. I can't subject you to that. Yeah, so actually, how many barracks? So, the Germans have got 4 barracks, the British also have 4 barracks, and on the other side, the Soviets have got 5 barracks remaining, and the Americans have only got 3. So, it looks to me like the Soviets are winning this battle so far, but actually, I'll tell you what, the British have just been entirely destroyed, and looking at the balance of power, it tells a pretty obvious story. The British, I mean, look at this desolate landscape. The British are onto their final barracks, and it's not exactly healthy. Look at the state of that. Yeah, the German flamethrowers with a Flammenwerfer for wow. Okay, so the flamethrowers do a lot of damage here. The Americans just lost their final barracks. You've got the Soviets versus the Germans. Both of them have 2 barracks remaining. And if we look at this view for just a second, the Germans and the Soviets are in the lead, with the British and the Americans unable to spawn new units. And with a bird's eye view over here, oh, who's that single American over here? Oh. And there's a few more Soviets here than I originally expected there to be, so maybe they can defend that barracks. But I mean, look, if the barracks takes any damage whatsoever, and the same for this one over here, then the Soviets are gonna find themselves in trouble. Oh my god. The Germans just lost another barracks, and the Soviets are taking the advantage. That means that the USSR, oh, I don't believe it. Yeah, the Germans are about to lose their final barracks. The USSR is about to take a manpower lead over the Germans here. I know it's Total Tank Simulator, and we've pretty much been using, well, we've not been using many tanks, have we? And let's just do a flyover on the battlefield here. Yeah, it is absolute devastation. The final German barracks has gone down. Now, incredibly, the Americans are still somehow alive. They've been cowering at the back of the map. I'll tell you what, they might outlive the Germans, who are being swarmed by the Soviets. There's just a stream of Soviet soldiers pouring out these barracks. Oh my god. Okay, these Soviets just killed the final American unit, and now we're gonna have to fly past this swarm of Soviet soldiers. You can see there and there, we've got a handful of Germans trying desperately to make their final stand. Actually, this might be the last unit now. And the assault is making one last charge into the open. Wow, he's gone for the knife kill. I'll tell you what, that is how to go down like a warrior. Okay, the USSR gets their first victory and gets 1 point on the leaderboard. Now, this is going to be the final battle. As you can see, it's going to be combined arms warfare. Now, the loadout for the barracks is going to be 4 riflemen and an ATR. The loadout for the tank factory is 4 medium tanks and a heavy tank. And finally, the airfield has got an upgraded fighter, then an upgraded dive bomber. Remember, if the Germans win or the Americans win, then we're gonna have to do another battle. No, sorry. If the Germans or the Americans win, then we don't have to do another battle. The British have... Wow. Okay, well, that's why the RAF didn't beat the Luftwaffe then. What is happening right now? I am... Excuse me? The Soviets are losing. Yeah, so the actual way to determine who is winning and who is not is whether or not somebody's lost a building. If one of the factions loses some spawning capabilities, then they are going to very quickly fall behind, and the Germans actually look like they're not doing too well. Okay, let's have a quick look at the battlefield. It's still saying the Soviets are losing, but I'll be honest, I don't understand. Oh, the Soviets just lost a tank factory, but the Germans have lost the airfield and the barracks. Again, again, I really don't know what the British Air Force is doing. I'm beyond confused. Also, my voice. Oh. I honestly didn't expect the Germans to take such a big L here. They've been pretty much entirely destroyed. All they've got is one barracks remaining. And the British are completely operational. I don't believe it. Can you imagine if the British somehow win this? Yeah, the British are in the lead. So let's follow them into the battle and find out how they're doing it. Okay, yeah, the Soviets have lost every single building now, meaning they're literally seconds away from being completely knocked out this battle. So it looks like it's going to be a two-horse race. Let's quickly look what this is saying. Yeah, actually, it's not going to be a two-horse race. I think the British are going to win this. And honestly, I don't know why I'm saying if, because all 4 buildings are fully operational, whereas the Americans will be solely relying on infantry. I mean, to be fair, infantry is incredibly strong, but if both sides have the infantry, but the British have tanks to support it, and more importantly, an air force to destroy the enemy's barracks, then it's basically a no contest fight. Oh, hold on a second. When did this happen? The British tank factory got destroyed somehow? What are you doing? Please, why? Why is the AI so bad? Why have you done this? I mean, were you aiming for the airfield? Because if you were, you missed. Yeah, so I paused the game so I could get a nice camera angle. And do you reckon he's gonna survive? Let's go super slow motion and find out. I'm actually incredibly impressed with how the Americans are still holding on after 10 minutes. But using these filters, you can see how they're slowly but surely being pushed back closer to the barracks. Yeah, okay, look at this. Look how close the fight is to the American barracks now. Yeah, it's well and truly in the firing line. They're literally leaving the barracks and immediately getting Molotov cocktailed. The life expectancy of these soldiers must be literally seconds. And there we go. Barracks has been eliminated. And there they go. The final American units go down, meaning that Great Britain gets another point on the leaderboard, meaning I've now got to do another battle as a tiebreaker. Okay, here we are in the final between the Germans and the British. And it goes without saying, whoever wins this battle wins the Total Tank Simulator tournament. Yeah, so this bit here is going to be a complete and utter bloodbath. It's starting out nice and casual, but as the barracks... Oh my God. How have the Germans done so much more damage? How have the Germans done this? Yeah, literally almost all of the British barracks are completely dead already. I have absolutely no idea how that's happened, and frankly... Okay, the Germans also lost the barracks, but as you can see, the final British barracks has now gone down, meaning the Germans are on a 2 barracks advantage, which is not insignificant. Now, how's the rest of the battle doing? Are the British winning in any other department? To be honest, no, it doesn't look like they are. I mean, look at that. That is well and truly a German victory in that area. If the British Air Force do not take out these barracks now, then it's game over. They're basically in the British factories. In fact, they're actually capturing it. Why is the final battle in this tournament just so anticlimactic? Yeah, there you go. The Germans are genuinely about to take that factory from right under their noses. Yeah, that's what infantry can do. Now we got German Matildas. Okay, then. And they're gonna gobble up the... Wow, this was not even a close battle. Like, nothing about it was close. But what have the Germans got, like, that makes their infantry so much better? It was the exact same infantry. We've literally got German infantry now running onto the airfield. Oh my God, are they gonna get killed? Oh, they didn't get run over. Bruh. Well, I'll be honest with you. I thought that Total Tank Simulator video was really, really good all round, but the final battle was a complete and utter catastrophe. What do you reckon? Can this one Typhoon win the battle for the British? Huh? Well, oh, they've got something else. Ah, they've got a Spitfire. Ladies and gentlemen, it's fine. We're gonna win. We're gonna win. Ah, oh my God. I think this Spitfire crashed into another British plane. And there we go. It's a German victory, with the British in second place, the Soviets in third, and the Americans in last place. I can't wait to see all the bitter crying comments. It's gonna be delicious.